About 4 years ago, I found something on the deep web that I still wish I had never seen. I had been browsing onion sites out of curiosity for a few weeks. Most of what I found was exactly what people expect. Strange forums, fake marketplaces, and pages clearly designed to scam people. Then one night I came across a site that looked unusually professional. The homepage was simple. Black background, white text. At the top it said, Private Contract Board. Below it was a list of usernames and numbers next to them. At first I didn't understand what I was looking at. Then I clicked one of the entries. A page opened showing a short description and a location. The description was only a few sentences long. Male, early 40s, accountant, lives alone, schedule included. Under that was a price, $12,000. That was the moment I realized what the site was. It was a hit request board. People were posting requests for someone to be killed. At first I assumed it had to be fake. The internet is full of edgy sites pretending to be illegal. But the details on the page were extremely specific. There was a weekly schedule, the street he lived on, the car he drove, even the gym he went to on Tuesdays. That level of detail felt real. Out of curiosity, I searched the man's name on Google. He was a real person, a local accountant in a town about 2 hours away from me. I closed the page after that. It felt wrong to even look at it. About 3 weeks later, I saw something on the news. A man had been shot in the parking lot of a gym. The report said the victim was an accountant in his early 40s. The gym name was the same one I had seen on that deep web page. I tried to convince myself it was a coincidence, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I went back to the site. The post about that man was gone. In its place was a new message. Contract completed. That alone would have been disturbing enough, but what really made me panic was something else I noticed. The board listed dozens of other posts, most of them still active, names, schedules, prices, and next to several of them was the same message. Completed. I never visited the site again, but sometimes I still wonder how many of those posts were real, and how many people scrolling through that page weren't just curious visitors like me. 3 months ago, I made a mistake that I still think about almost every night. It started with a deep web live stream. I've been browsing hidden forums when someone posted a link with the simple message, "Live now, don't stay too long." Naturally, that made me curious. The page loaded a video stream. The camera showed what looked like an empty garage, concrete floor, fluorescent lights, one metal chair in the center of the room. For about a minute, nothing happened. Then a man walked into the frame. He looked completely normal. Late 30s maybe. Baseball cap, work jacket. The kind of guy you'd see fixing your car. He sat down in the chair and looked straight at the camera. Then he said something strange. "I know some of you have been watching for a while." There was a viewer counter in the corner of the screen. It said 11. The man smiled slightly. "That's good. I like patient people." At first I thought it was some weird performance. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out a folded piece of paper. He read a name out loud. "Michael Torres." Then he held up a photograph. It was a driver's license photo of a man. "This one disappeared last week." My stomach dropped because I'd seen that face before. On the news. Missing person. The man in the garage continued speaking calmly. "I always choose people who won't be missed immediately." Someone in the live stream chat typed, "This is fake." The man laughed. "No, fake would be boring." And he pointed to the corner of the room. There was a door. Heavy steel. He walked over and opened it. The camera couldn't see inside clearly, but you could hear something. A muffled voice. Someone crying. The chat exploded. People started typing frantically, some telling him to stop, some asking questions. The man walked back to the chair. He looked directly into the camera. Most people leave the stream around this point. The viewer counter dropped. 11, 9, 6. He watched the number change. Then he said something quietly. But the ones who stay, he leaned closer to the camera. Those are the interesting ones. I should have closed the page, but I didn't. I kept watching. After about 10 minutes, the stream suddenly ended. The page went offline. The next morning, I checked the news. Police had found a body in an abandoned garage outside Phoenix. The name of the victim was Michael Torres. The thing that still bothers me the most happened 2 weeks later. I received an email. No subject line. Just one sentence. You watched longer than most. About 6 months ago, I started exploring the deep web out of curiosity. Most of the sites were exactly what you'd expect. Scams, illegal markets, weird forums where people argue about conspiracy theories. But one night, I found something different. It was a very simple page with a dark background and a single line of text. Special delivery service. Below it was a list of options: food, electronics, documents, other. Under the list was a note that said, "We deliver anything, no questions asked." At first I assumed it was some kind of joke or scam, but the site had a strange feature. There was a small map in the corner of the page, a real map. When I moved the mouse over it, the map zoomed into my city, then into my neighborhood. That was the first moment I felt uneasy. I refreshed the page, thinking it was just using my IP location. The map zoomed out again. Then I noticed something else. In the recent deliveries section, there were short descriptions. Delivered 2:11 a.m. Las Vegas. Delivered 3:04 a.m. Detroit. Delivered 1:47 a.m. Phoenix. Each entry had a small icon next to it. Some showed packages, some showed documents, and one showed something that looked like a human silhouette. I clicked on it. A new page opened. It showed a blurred photograph of a house. Under the photo was a message. Customer requested removal. My stomach dropped. There was a comment section below. One user wrote, "Fast service, very quiet." Another wrote, "Neighbors didn't even notice." At that point, I should have closed the page, but curiosity got the better of me. I typed something into the request box. "Is this real?" The page froze for a moment, then a message appeared. "Yes." I stared at the screen, then another message appeared. "What do you need delivered?" I typed back. "Nothing, just curious." The reply came almost instantly. "We prefer serious customers." Then the page went blank. I assumed the site had crashed, but a few seconds later the map appeared again. This time it was already zoomed in, not on my city, on my street. A red marker appeared, directly on my building. Under the map, a new message appeared. "Delivery pending." I immediately shut my laptop. For the next hour, I sat in silence, listening for any sound outside my apartment. Nothing happened that night, or the next night. Eventually, I convinced myself it had just been some creepy prank. About 2 weeks later, I came home from work and found a small box sitting outside my door. There was no shipping label, no return address, just my apartment number written in black marker. Inside the box was a folded piece of paper. Printed on it were 5 words. "Curiosity counts as an order."